Hi there, book lovers. I'm Katie, your book lady for tonight, and I wanted to talk to you about some of our absolute favorite books that we read over and over again in our house. The first one is What Will Danny Do Today? And I love these books because they encourage conversation, speech, imagination, and they really help you get to know your kiddos. So in this book, you're going to follow Danny along, and you're going to choose what he's going to do on each page. The first thing is going to be, what's he going to wear? And then you're going to choose, what's he going to eat? How is he going to get to school? What's he going to learn at school? You can choose from all of these awesome different things. It's a great way to figure out what your kiddos are interested in, get to know a little bit more about their personalities. And again, like I said, if you have children that are struggling with speech, this is a great one to encourage speech as well. One thing I like about this book too is the pages are kind of in between a board book and a picture book, so they're a little bit sturdier. So this one is great for younger readers to get started. And I love that you don't have to be able to read to enjoy those books by yourself. This book is called Story Path. This is a really, really fun storytelling book. You can see how it's laid out. This is, you're going to choose an item on the page, follow the prompts, and then tell a story. So it's different every single time you read it. And this one is a blast. You can really tell what's going on in their little brains, and then even yourself, like when you're telling the story, it's really fun to see the things that you come up with. So on the first page, once upon a time there lived a, and then you're going to choose one of these items, and if your child hasn't said a whole lot, there's these great prompts on the page to help them elaborate. So on this page it says, who did you choose? What was their name? What did they look like? Where did they live? One day they were riding along on their... As they turned the corner, they were stopped by a mysterious, and you can see it just goes on and on. And it's really silly and fun. And I love hearing the combinations that we come up with. And again, I really love these little prompts in the corner to help us elaborate. So this is a great one to develop storytelling. It's a really good activity book to use again and again, and that you can dig into as a family. You can take turns telling the story. You don't have to be able to read to enjoy it. You can tell it by yourself. I also love this series. This is called You Choose, and then this one just came out recently, You Choose in Space. So we read this one all the time. This one is a blast. It's my 4-year-old's favorite book. It's taken a bit of a beating. But you're going to answer a question on each page. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? So if you have something like a doctor's appointment, or if you're traveling, or if you're stuck at home, this is a really, really good one to pass some time and to get to know your kiddos, and again to encourage speech and storytelling and imagination. You can be really simple. Who would you like for family and friends? So your child could just say, oh, I like this ghost, or they could say, I want this ghost. I would call him Goobly, or whatever you want to say. It talks about where would you live, what would you eat, what kind of pet would you have, what would you wear. So it gives you all of these different options, and it's just a really fun book to read through together. The space version we really, really love. Surprisingly, we read it as often as You Choose. I love that it takes a lot of the things from the original You Choose book and it just spices them up a little bit. We're off on an amazing trip. Choose a job aboard the ship. So you can see all of the fun jobs that you can have. Do you like the view? Which things look familiar? Which look strange and new? So another one to encourage speech. While on this planet, you'll need new things to wear. I love this page, and I love to see the things that my boys choose to wear. It always surprises me what kinds of things they're interested in. My favorite page is the pet page, because on this pet page, let me show you, the pets are mixed up, and you get to name them. They come up with names for these hybrid animals, so it's really fun. So again, this is one of our absolute favorites. It's a great one for bonding. Just Imagine, and these are all good ones for siblings too. If you have kids in your household that are different ages, or even when they have friends over, they can sit and read it. Just Imagine is another book that's very similar, but you're going to be imagining things. So you can talk about what it would be like. Can you imagine being big? A good rake will sort out those tangles. So you can say, like, which one would you want to be if you were really big? What would you want to do? Would you want to ride on a bus? Or would you want to be a big mouse chasing a cat? Things like that that are just fun. Or would you like to be small? Can you imagine? What would it be like to be small? So these are all great questions that you can ask your kids. Just fun things that you can kind of dig into with them. Would you like to travel through time? What time zone would you like to go to? Or what time period, sorry. Would you like to go to? What would you invent? What would it make? What kind of machine would you invent? Really cool things that just get you talking about things with your kiddos. Imagine being an animal living in the wild. What would you like to be? Would you want to be in the sky or the air? So again, just another really great book to bond with your kiddos, encourage speech, and create those relationships through literacy.